Today, I'm going to talk about what every leader says they value, but so many struggle to implement and in a really meaningful way. And that is transparency. I'm talking about the kind of transparency that really builds real trust, lasting trust, the kind that earns loyalty, strengthens teams, and creates cultures that thrive under pressure. But let's be honest for just a second. You're probably feeling that you're doing everything you possibly can to be open and transparent, but your team still feels guarded, like they have this guard. And you're trying to communicate more, but somehow it leads to more questions or worse, resistance. And you want to be honest, but there's fear. If I share too much, will they lose confidence in me as their leader? And let's not forget the complete burnout that comes from constantly trying to manage perception instead of just leading. Have you ever felt like building trust is like pulling a really tight rope or just pulling teeth out and you just can't get anywhere? Many leaders are stuck in the exact same loop as you, trying to be transparent without knowing where the boundaries lie. And here's the truth: transparency isn't about spilling absolutely everything. It is not about being vulnerable for the sake of vulnerability. It's about the clarity, consistency, and the courage. I can't tell you how important of having the clarity and being consistent, not only as a leader, but as your own CEO for yourself. Clarity about what's really going on and how does it affect your team? How does it affect you as a leader? Consistency in your messaging, even when things are uncertain. And the courage to say that I don't have all the answers, but here's what I do know. And here's what you're going to do next. Do you see how I break that down of the clarity, consistency, and the courage? So, when you lead with the kind of transparency, your team doesn't see weakness, they see strength, because the people that are really looking for isn't perfection. As a leader, you do not have to have the perfection, and don't try to. What you do know is that you are human and that you have got their back, good, bad, or ugly. And you too, as a leader, can make mistakes. But when you look back to what I just said about clarity, consistency, and courage, those three things are extremely important as a leader. So, years ago, I was leading a major team and really restructuring a company and a team. Like it was pretty stressful. And the moral was completely low within the team and the company. But people were scared that here I am coming in looking like a new sheriff in town and I'm going to wipe out the town. And that is not who I am as a leader, but that's their perception, right? And the best way of going in is looking at everything and what's going on. What are the patterns that you're seeing within the company, within the team, within the individuals? Are the people in the right positions? Do they feel that they have a seat at the table? Do they feel powerful? Do they feel fulfilled? And the moral of the whole story was people really felt scared. And I thought that the best way is to protect the team and wait to see the answers come to me. That was a big, big mistake. This was many, many, many years ago. In the silence, my team filled in the blanks. The rumors started to hit, the disengagement, like what is going on here? The trust, the clarity. By the time I shared a phenomenal plan, I had already lost half of their trust. This is when I was first getting into an operations manager position. Wasn't even at a COO level. From the moment on, I made a commitment to myself that I would never wait for perfect. I would lead with what I did know, to be honest about what I didn't, and always create space for new things. You don't, as a leader, you don't always have to have the answers. And it is okay to let people to know that you don't have all the answers. It's better that you don't give a wrong answer or made up answer that you think you know the answer because you should have an answer for everything as a leader. No, just be honest with yourself. And if you don't have the answers, let them know. Research it. You don't have to always fall on someone else to give you the answers as a leader. You want to go and find the answers yourself because it builds more strength and confidence as a leader. So, there are 3 habits that you really can implement right now and to really build trust through transparency. And number 1 is state the context, not just the content. Don't just share decisions, share the why behind them. Help your team see a bigger picture and their role in this bigger picture. Number 2 is create feedback. Transparency isn't about ask your team for everything. What do you need from them right now? Like, what is it that you need from them? What's not clear? Where are they missing the mark? Like, figure out, be transparent with them. Figure out where the missing puzzles are at. How are they feeling? And number 3 is own the messy middle. It is okay to say, we're still working through this. What matters is that you're visible in the process and your team feels safe navigating through the uncertainty with you as a leader. You're in the trenches with them from time to time. I'm not saying as a leader to be in the trenches day to day because that doesn't bring strength within the team. When you are gone on vacation, you're out on a business trip, or you're out sick, that your team needs to be a leader. You need to lead by example. And so what I mean is that when you are gone, that your team, your company should run like a well-oiled machine where they don't feel that they have to lean on you for everything. So trust isn't built overnight, but it can be broken in a quick second. It could be broken in so many different ways. So, what gives you the leadership edge today is the willingness to know that things are can be changed, to be honest, and to lead with transparency that creates safety, not confusion. Remember, like I had said earlier, it's the 3 things. It's that clarity, it's the consistency, and it is the courage. So here's the challenge this week for you as a leader. I want you to pick one area where you've been holding back or waiting for clarity and take one transparent step forward. Whether it is a quick conversation, a team meeting, a message, let them see your leadership in action. Because when trust and transparency go hand in hand, you stop managing the people. You start moving forward. So, if today's episode really spoke to you and resonated with you, I'd love for you to share it and share it with a leader who could use a dose of courage and clarity. And if you're ready to sharpen your leadership edge even more, stay tuned for next week's episode because we're really going to talk about the conflict as a catalyst and really turning disruption into direction. You get to control your leadership. What are you doing different today from this point forward after listening to this episode? Because doing nothing equals no results and wishing things would eventually change. You need to step forward and take action. With gratitude, Nancy.